lot of progress made. I mean, honestly, for both scrimmages, we moved the ball pretty well. Defense playing hard, they're getting stops here and there. Offense moving the ball pretty well. I think overall it's just been some good football being played in both scrimmages. I think we're moving. I think we're progressing like we should be, and I think we're going to be ready for this first game.
You mentioned earlier in some earlier interviews about the progress Jackson has made since last year. What have you seen from him lately, especially in the two scrimmages?
Jesse?
Mm-hmm.
He's doing really well. He kind of played with the injury here or something like that there, and he's stayed healthy. He's worked his butt off. He's producing results, so it's great to see.
And Tim mentioned also that he still needs to see some more consistency from the younger guys. What have you seen from them?
I agree. I've seen them make some really great plays, and I've seen them just kind of, you have no idea what they're thinking. So, they just kind of got to, I think whenever we get in the games and we shorten the playbook down and we really focus on these certain things, I think they're going to do pretty well.
Obviously, last year it wasn't just the offensive line taking time to gel, a lot of new faces on offense. How have you seen that group, the offensive line this year, and just the offense in general?
The line, we've kind of had to move a few guys around. Got a bunch of young guys playing, so we'll see how that goes. They've picked it up pretty well. They're doing well for freshmen and sophomores playing. Hopefully we get Elton back here real soon, get him back behind center. Under center. Other than that, I think they played well as an offense. We had a lot of things to work on. We've slowly worked on those, piecing them together. Receivers and wide receivers really feel like we kind of have that connection going. We know what they're thinking. They know what we're thinking on these certain things. Running backs are hitting the hole hard. Guys are blocking. I think overall offense is just looking like it's cleaning up.
You mentioned that connection with receivers and things. Donald, obviously, the guy that you've had a couple years now where when stuff Fred's gone, that comfort factor is gone. How comforting is it to you to your relationship with Donald and things? Just kind of, I guess, discuss what's that like for you to have him out there now?
It's phenomenal. He's a guy that he's going to be the vocal guy. He's going to be the guy that yells and gives a halftime speech. Kind of rides the troops. He's going to make sure that everybody's 100% doing their thing. To help me out with that. He's a great leader on the team. Everyone looks up to him. Everyone listens to him. He really lives and dies for this football, and that's what he's shown us. That's what he's told us. So it's fantastic having a guy like that on the team. Having him a wide receiver, someone with a really good relationship with him. Worked a lot together. So we feel pretty good about what we got going in this season.
Well, Fred kind of being your go-to guy last year, who do you see kind of filling that spot this year? Is it one guy or is it multiple guys?
Honestly, I have full faith in if I throw the ball anywhere near our receiver, they're going to make that catch. I don't really have any doubts with them. I don't have any reservations. They've all worked their butt off. They've all proved that they can make plays, and so I think it's going to be pretty cool to see this season.
How much more of a dependable threat or option is Jordan Thomas, you think, this year compared to last year?
Oh man, that guy's scary. He is scary. I think he finally realized kind of what he can do, what he's capable of, and he's been showing it in practice, and he's been making some big plays. So, we're all really excited to see that. And
how does his speed translate when they line him out wide? Is he still like that?
He's still fast, man. He's fast no matter where you put him. He looks like a tackle running a 4.40 down the field. It's crazy.
When y'all go one-on-ones in practice, is JT Gray looking natural in coverage yet?
Yeah, he's just so athletic, and he's so. Really, he's a freak of nature. He looks really good. He plays very hard. He plays well. He's smart. I can't specifically tell you if one-on-ones he's doing well, but he's been making some plays in scrimmages, making plays in practice. So.
How steady is that run game this year compared to last year? I know you guys had some success in November, but you come into this season unlike last year, knowing they trained your #1 guy and you got talented guys behind you. How much more stable is that group, you think, this year?
Our running back, that whole crew right there, they're going to be one of the best in the league. I think, honestly. There's not one guy that can't go score a touchdown. Can't carry the rock really well. Obviously, A-Train, D-Lee, older guys they're gonna lead them, but we have younger guys and all throughout they're gonna really step up and play. I think.
There were a couple of games last year, Auburn, Alabama in particular, where you faced a ton of pressure. How do you get better in that area? And I know that's something that the offensive line and what they do is kind of dependent on how it translates or how the results are for you. But how do you kind of get better in that department within facing pressure?
I think I trust my offensive line. They're going to protect me. They're going to make sure that I have all the time in the world to throw the ball. coverage breaks down or something like that happens, it happens. I just can't let it get under my skin, kind of let it build up or snowball into anything else. I can't play one play at a time. I mean, there are times I'll get frustrated and that kind of thing. So really just gonna kind of push that out of my head, really focus on the game, focus on making sure that we're working together and we're working towards a win, and not really let anything else affect that.
Does that experience help the decision-making process there?
No doubt, no doubt. The more snaps you take, the more comfortable you're going to be.
Coach Mullen kind of has a reputation for being the quarterback guru, I guess, whether it's Tebow or Dak or yourself and things. Why is that? Why is he so successful with developing guys like yourself and elevating slow play? What makes him that quarterback guru?
I think that he does a very good job of finding very talented guys that have flown under the radar, or he sees something that like a raw talent, and he's gonna make that into something. And I mean, he's a quarterback guru for a reason. Everything he teaches, from mechanics to just knowing the game inside and out, just knowing what a quarterback needs to know to perform well. He's gonna make sure you're right there. But I think ultimately he finds guys that are maybe a little bit underrated or a little bit raw, and he really just grabs those talents he has and pulls them out.